Let's rant about work again, shall we? So as pretty much everybody who watches our videos is aware, I've been pulling lots of extra shifts at work and doing lots of extra work because of lack of staff and other things following the firing of our old GM for being really just terrible. I don't want to go into the details. I'm pretty sure I did it in a previous video. Anyway, everything was looking up. We've got a really good new GM. We had a full staff for a moment. And then the night auditor we had just finished hiring, who had been here for about 2 months. No, not even 2 months, about a month after training, quit. That in of itself, not a problem. It's the way he quit. If you're going to quit, at least have the dignity or the honesty to tell us that you're quitting. Don't just, how should I put it? Don't just bail. Don't just not show up for shifts. So, let me get into the story. Basically, this guy, I won't name him, but he started working for us. He was doing a really good job. I really liked him. I thought he was cool. And he was our night audit person. And so he was doing a really good job all the way through last week. And then last Friday he was off, and he came in to pick up his paycheck because it was payday. And he said, "See you tomorrow," because he was supposed to work Saturday night. Well, Saturday night comes around. It's 15 minutes after 11. I'm supposed to have already been heading home. And he hasn't shown up yet, so I call our manager. And our manager says, "Okay, try giving him a call, see what's up." So I try. His phone is off or disconnected, or he didn't pay it or something, because it's just leaving me a message the phone's not available to call again later. I try sending him a Facebook message, no response. So I call my boss back. He says, "Okay, call Bradley," who's one of the other guys who knows how to do night audit. It was his day off, but he came in. So he got there about 12. I go home. Sunday, they tell me that if the other guy doesn't show up by 11, to call the assistant GM, and she'll get somebody to cover for me. So it's 11:05. Guy's still not here. So I call Skylar, and are sometimes able to help, sometimes not. Not really a full employee because he's got another job, where his second job. But he comes to cover that shift. So he comes in. I go home. And we changed the schedule up for Monday and Tuesday. So that in of itself, I've lost my my 2 days off for this week. Last week I got 2 days off. It's the first time I've had 2 days off in months, and I got 1 week of it, and then we're back to 6 days for me and Bradley, because we're the two who cover for that stuff. So so that part's happened, and then yesterday I come into work, and we figured out why he quit. Turns out he owed child support that he hadn't been paying, so they were garnishing his wages, and they were taking about $200 off of every paycheck he got with us, and he wasn't making enough to pay for everything. Which, yeah, you brought that on yourself. Why weren't you paying your child support? But he got an offer at a hotel down the road from us to be the housekeeping manager for a lot more money. So he took it. Again, you're in financial straits. You need a better paying job. I get it. What pisses me off is the fact that he never told us this stuff. That he just disappeared. He ignored Facebook messages, even though we saw him being active on Facebook. His phone was turned off. We couldn't contact him. And just There was absolutely no way for us to know what was going on. We were left high and dry. I had to work an extra hour up to midnight on Saturday, and then come back on Sunday, work that, lost my day off Tuesday, lost my extra day off for this week. Now I'm going to be working 6 days a week up until my vacation, because even if we get new people, they need to be trained. They can't actually be on shift by themselves. So, basically, the point of this rant is, if you're going to quit a job, no matter the reason, please give some form of notice, even if it's calling the day you find out you have an offer for something else, and it is the only time you tell us. You don't give us 2 weeks, you don't give us a week, you don't give us like 5 days. It's like you're supposed to work that night. At least give us the courtesy of calling. I do not understand people who just bail like that. I have never given less than 2 weeks notice. A couple of my jobs, I gave them a month's notice. But I've never, ever given less than 2 weeks notice, and I've always given a written notice saying, this is why I'm leaving. Thank you for the experience. I'm moving on to this next thing. The only jobs I have not given that notice for were the one for Cookout that I got let go from, and the one for a waiter position that I got let go from. And both of those, one of those, not really a valid reason. Other one, I understood. But give notice when you quit. Damn!